Welcome everyone to Coalition League's spring season. I am Random Minion Caster, and tonight I'll be casting Rawr, Rampage and MG Blaze alongside Rookter. How are you, Rookter?
Oh, fantastic, Random. Really looking forward to this matchup. Definitely week one, so kind of new to a lot of these teams. Some of them have been newly formed, other ones have been going along for quite a while. See what tricks they have up their sleeves. We have already completed the pro draft, though, but we can run through a few of the options shown here. Cassiopeia, Nautilus, and Senna band away against Blaze in the first round. Darius, Kled, and Anivia on the other side. Cassiopeia definitely a favored champion there for Zyrocent. He's playing and piloting that Orianna in the mid lane, but it's up in the top lane with Dirty Hobo there on the Camille against Nats's Mordekaiser. How do you think that lane will go?
Well, I think the better player is Nats, but the matchup's fairly even. So I'd maybe give the slight edge over to Nats on the Mordekaiser.
Yeah, exactly. The Fire of the Fox also going for that Syndra. Definitely has a lot of weight behind that ultimate, a lot of one-shot potential. See how he can develop his pace in the game as well. Chubby Bunny going to be going onto this Faust. We'll see if that's lethality or slightly more sort of orientated into that team fight. You have that surge of energy coming out there with that Glacial Prism for CPEC in the jungle on that Sejuani, Billie Eilish as well. Looking for that bullet time, need all the setup, and Warbox can provide that.
Yeah, and I'm very interested to see how Rawr is going to play around that very team fight centric composition of MG Blaze here. I would expect the Varus to go with lethality because they're not going to be winning any straight up team fights, I don't think.
Yeah, a little bit of a ring around the roses as well, and that's with that Mordekaiser can really take someone into the death realm, ideally into a diver, just to be able to create that line of scrimmage and really protect his team. We'll see how that develops into the game. I think, Random, we should just jump right into it.
For sure. And we're loading on onto Summer's Rift here, and it looks like we are just getting onto the map. Both teams are spawning right on. Do you think there'll be any level 1 shenanigans here?
Random, yeah, you could see a little bit of that. In terms of hard CC, though, definitely not ideal for either side, so probably just going to be a little bit of a 5v5 scrimmage along that river line, and it looks to be that way in turn.
Yeah, and as they're setting up here, yeah, there's a bit of a ward. They're putting a ward in the pixel bush in the bot side there. Probably just being very careful for that Thresh long-range pick potential early.
Yeah, exactly. Mana flow ban there, already put for the Fire of the Fox, so first blood over there on Zyra in the middle of the lane. Nice little bit of harass going on there as well. Camille got a fairly advantageous position into that top side of the map, so Nats might have to be a little bit creative getting back to lane if he doesn't want to take that level 1 trade.
Indeed, and as we look into there, we'll have to see where the junglers want to start. I would expect CPEC on Sejuani probably to start on his blue side there, and it looks like Finny will match going top side, so they'll both be starting their respective blues.
Yeah, this will give Dirty Hobo dominance in that top side, can really control the wave level 1, see if he can get that level 2 engagement. Will potentially slow down the bottom side here. Definitely that level 2 power spike of that Leona, known for that Zenith Blade forward, get down that second stun, can really look for that kill threat. But probably not going to be the case. Chubby Bunny can definitely just a wave clear as well and just stay safe in these early laning phase.
Yeah, and let's see if Finny is going to go for an early level 2 cheese. That top lane is quite volatile, and I imagine Nats would want an early game lead. It looks like he is going instead to invade the top side of MG Blaze's jungle.
Yeah, this is a predetermined call here. Finny definitely looking for a little bit of advantage into the jungle. Can maybe looks at the 3-buff as Sejuani's actually passing towards the top side. So not caught on any wards there. So nice pathing there by Finny as well. Nice little bit of a double up actually onto Chubby Bunny in the bot lane. So takes a little bit of a poke down level 1.
Yeah, and I expect that's going to be the case because on the side of Rawr, Rampage, they have gotten
trading aggressively. Finny up here with the red buff. Gets that chomp down. Not too much. Pull back in though. Dirty Hobo has to be careful. Still has his flash available.
And that was a good level 2 gank there from Finny coming up the top side to get good poke down on Dirty Hobo. And looking back bot lane again, MG Blaze bot lane finally hits level 2, so they will be able to respond a little bit to the harass put down by Rawr, Rampage in bot lane.
Yeah, New Life actually a little bit delayed on the flame, but here comes the ignite down. Leona's going forward. Warbox back into the bush, a little bit low. Flashes forward. Secured first blood there for Billie Eilish. Now he has to be playing defensive. The Chubby Bunny trying to get down the kill. Can't succeed. That is a lot of minions going to be lost there as the wave is stacked up against them. We'll see if they look to push, but 2 blood going over to Billie Eilish. The fire of the Fox now into the middle lane, just securing himself the victory over that gank there, coming forward onto CPEC.
And there was that level 2 all-in potential. We're talking about bot lane. Leona, MF, a lot of damage in a fight very, very quickly. Chubby Buddy and New Life were getting some good poke down, but unfortunately in an engage at level 2, they just aren't gonna win that fight without doing a lot more poke beforehand.
Yeah, pressing attack in an extended trade definitely more advantageous rather than that arcane comet. Just the Chubby Bunny looking for that trade. Already burnt double summoners as well, so a pre-rank definitely available there in the bottom lane if CPEC wants to make himself known around the map.
Yeah, and with that early first blood double kill in the bot lane there, we can see MF has managed to pick up a BF sword already at 4 minutes into the game. And meanwhile, Chubby Bunny still sitting only on a Duran's Blade. That mismatch is only going to get worse.
Yeah, Dirty Hobo is very low here in the top lane. Needs to play a little bit defensive. I think definitely Nats has the priority there. Obviously, no mana required as well. That means Nats can just perma-push, stay out on the lane a little bit longer, sustain up with that Doran Shield as well. You need to be able to auto-attack freely with that Duran's Blade there in the top lane as CPEC looking to march down into here, secure it, forces the flash, traded there for Dirty Hobo. Going back in there in a big wave though, but that'll be secured over to Dirty Hobo. Going into the bottom lane as well. Warbox trying to play aggressive onto the Chubby Bunny, does so successfully. He has to be very careful as he is already at a 3rd health.
Yeah, and I mean, top lane, Nats got that early lead, the push off from the pressure from Finny coming off the jungle there, but made him play, I think, over-aggressive a little bit. He didn't have any vision, and CPEC gets an easy gank off up top.
Yeah, a little bit of patience required now in the bottom lane. Billie Eilish is pushing this wave forward, but I think the Chubby Bunny just has to wait to see this wave. Going forward again, that was a very nice play from Warbox. Can't quite initiate. Unite playing well, just trying to cover for his AD carry right now, but they just don't have any presence to stand up to this wave. I mentioned that BF sword as well, very strong with the misfortune right now.
Yeah, and right now, Chubby Bunny and New Life have to walk a really fine line. New Life needs to stop Ward Box every time he goes in, but Ward Box only needs to get in one time, and Chubby Bunny is going to be dead.
Yeah, a little bit dangerous now as well, as a nice little bit of a poke comes out of Varus. Finny as well, catching up that first Infernal Dray. He's looking in the bottom. He's been spotted on the wall, but Billie Eilish is so low. He does have his flash available. Billie Eilish secures the kill onto Finny. Now they're going forward. New Life on the retreat. Chubby Bunny maybe can look to a little bit of a turn. Gonna have to secure that. Doesn't deal enough damage. New Life on the run. Zena to play forward. Secured again for Billie Eilish. 4 kills. Massive advantage in the bottom lane.
And that is so unfortunate on the side of Rawr Rampage. Finny was so low coming to that gank. I think either he didn't realize or did not respect the BF sword there on Misfortune. And not only that, Chubby Bunny and Finny not on the same page. Chubby Bunny still under turret trying to clear that wave. So that basically it was Finny going in and then New Life going in and then Chubby Bunny desperately having to flee for his life.
Yeah, it does get the fash out of Billie Eilish, but 3 kills, 450 bounty already at 6 minutes. This is such a massive advantage. Great that actually Finny took that dragon, as I'm pretty sure that was the only window that they'd be able to do it. There's going to be massive priority now for bottom of MG Blaze as well. Dirty Hobo hitting 6, Nats as well. Maybe looking for a little bit of a trade. We have a Sheen here in the top lane. Nice farm coming out of Nats. We said that he might be the stronger player, and he seems to be proving that. Despite the gank, he's definitely holding his own in the top lane. Mid has been very, very sort of like slow. Just a bit of a farm lane right now, but with this level 6, with the availability of that Unleashed Power, we can look for a bit of a trade in the top lane though. Dirty Hobo going in, but here comes Finny for the backup. Secured.
Yeah, in the Battle of Ultimates, it looks like Mordekaiser's ultimate is the stronger one in the early game here. Dirty Hobo thinking he had a bit of the lead, but instantly just gets dragged into the Nether Realm by Mordekaiser. And all that early pressure, that early gank from CPEC has just been completely undone. Nats will have a very strong lead in this lane. Will probably shove it out as well.
Fox is coming into the middle. Here we go. Zara, can he survive the burst? He does. A shockwave forward though. Has to flash away. The Fox of the Fire goes down as well.
bot lane too. A bit of a fight going out there. Billie Eilish 1v2ing Chubby Bunny, and Life does get the kill down on Chubby Bunny. Life will get the revenge kill and the bounty, but that's not the person you wanted on.
Yeah, that was a big shutdown actually going over to Milo. Ideally, you really want that to be on Chubby Bunny. Going for that lethality really needs that presence in the early game to do that. Doesn't scale as well, and you need time to be able to develop that and poke out before that big team fight comes down. We mentioned these massive ultimates coming down. With such a strong misfortune, this bullet time is going to rip through the enemy, and you need to be very careful about that. Do have the pillar to be able to potentially knock it down. Finny's looking for this. He's got the chomp down already. The plant potentially going to be used in favor, and that's an excellent split of the uprights there going down. Finny getting tossed into the Baron pit, looking aggressive into the top side as well. Finny may be looking for something. Hobo on the prowl.
Yeah, and Finny had to be careful there. Dirty Hobo was responding while Nats was still having to push out his lane, so he would have been collapsed by 2 people. So that blast cone might have been a blessing in disguise for him, trying to get him out. But it looks like he might be walking into this bush completely behind. CPEC.
He's staying. CPEC is there as well. Finny now stunned up, has to flash away, but there's the Glacial Prism. Gonna secure his death. He goes to the Death Chamber. Nats gets slowed as well. That was from the smite. Going forward. Hobo, he can survive under tower though, quite long. Another stun comes out from the passive of the 2 melee carries here. Nats goes back in, but here comes the aggression back forward. And in the bottom lane, it's a massacre. With that bullet time flashed away from the Chubby Bunny, gets ignited. Double kill going down to Billie Eilish.
Action across the board, and we aren't finished yet as we see Fire of the Fox now coming up top, trying to get a piece of this action.
He flashes forward aggressively onto Hobo, doesn't quite get the unleashed power down, but that's the kill secured. Now he's stunned up. CPEC has to run away. Level 8 to the level 6. The Sejuani running away. CPEC on the run. Can he secure it? No, he won't. He'll go down in the end. Lots of plates going over to Billie Eilish in the bottom. It's an absolute whitewash around the map.
The fancy feat to try and dodge the stun, but ends up getting hit by just an average Q from Fire of the Fox there, securing the kill on CPEC.
Finny looking for a little bit onto the bottom side of the map. He can probably do this. He has Subjugate. It's down. The TP is there available. Not going to be in time to be able to save him on the AD carry. And that's Hobo now needs to make something happen into this bot lane as well.
And that's a good shutdown there on Finny. 600 gold bounty.
Oh, he goes aggressive onto Finny. This is a 3v1. Now he has to flash away. The hook doesn't land as well, so now Hobo's on the run. He should be able to get out of there. Orianna doesn't have priority in the mid lane, but not looking to go. There's a little bit of a back here coming out for the Fire of the Foxes. He's looking to base. Just got that lost chapter, so definitely wants to secure the damage on the kills. Dragon coming up, though. This will be the mountain here for MG Blaze.
Yeah, and that was very unfortunate timing there from Rawr Rampage. They will not have any dragon pressure whatsoever. Finny's been doing a very good job from behind controlling objectives up to this point, but they will have to seed this one, I think, with no contest.
How do you think the Arcane Comet Varus does from behind, as he definitely is struggling to find the farm, is struggling to find the purchase in the game?
I think he should, in normal conditions, be okay. But the problem right now is he's down about 3,000 gold, and the dive from Leona.
Oh, as they go in, the bullet time is there. Wonderful CC chain coming out there for Warbox. Goes in, just tanks up the tower. Doesn't really matter as he's already procced that aftershock. And wonderful, secured in the mid lane as well. Looking for that shockwave. Now on the run. But here comes CPEC for the backside of it. Unleash Power does secure the kill. That'll be a trade, though, as Foxfire goes down to CPEC. Up in the top lane though, Rift's been procced. Dirty Hobo has to run away. Does so, manages to get to the tower, kills that, but that'll be the first tower going down into the top side. Traded for the bottom though, as Billie Eilish looking aggressive again with Warbox. This bot lane is collapsing.
Yeah, and going back to that bot lane, I mean, I think Lethality Varus normally is a fairly safe pick, but the problem is Billie Eilish is almost 3,000, more than 3,000, almost 4,000 gold up ahead from Chubby Bunny, so they can just dive them with impunity, and that's exactly what we saw there. Wardbox just going under the turret, tanking it up, diving Life, not even Chubby Bunny, who should be the tankier of the two, and Billie Eilish can just put down an ultimate and just watch as their health burns away.
Yeah, exactly, Random. Looking a little bit dire here. 4k gold lead, so not exactly run away with the game, but it's definitely looking like it will be a little bit difficult as well, with all of these kills going over to Dirty Hobo in the top lane. Did lose the tower, but definitely has cadence with that Tiamat to be able to lane push. But here comes the top. Zenith Blade going to go wide, but there's a slow fast away from the solar flare, but they go in aggressively. Billie Eilish has to cut away as he's been locked into the death realm, tries to bullet time it forward, and that's going very low, but will secure the kill. Now comes the healing. Here comes Finny as well. Warbox actually tower diving, takes a few tower shots, but will trade his life there for the top lane. Super Carry Nats going down in the process.
Super carry Nats living up to his name. 1v2 situation, gets the kill on Billie Eilish, stalls long enough for Finny to come up and finish off Wardbox as well. That super fed bot lane couldn't quite take down Super carry Nats alone.
Yeah, CPEC looking for the bottom lane as well. The Chubby Bunny looking very aggressive here, waiting for that lantern available to get out. Nice little bit of placement there for MeLive, just aware that they do not have a tower to fall back to. In terms of objective control, looking for that second Rift Herald that will be spawning relatively soon. CPEC into the jungle, gets stunned up there, but he's just looking for the bottom scuttle.
Yeah, and mid lane, Finny's going aggressive on
Oh,
Zyra
the Foxfire has to flash away from him, but he gets stuns up regardless. Unleashed power is there, the shockwave knocks Finny forward, has to flash away because Billie Eilish is in the coming down, but there comes a stun for CPEC as well. That'll be secure. Dirty Hobo in the mix. They're looking for the top side, looking for this rift. Can also pressure, but they do not have a wave here in the mid lane.
Yeah, and with that, like you said, they were looking at Rift Herald, but they will not be the ones to get it. Finny is alive, but he's kind of squishy. I'm not sure he can get in there safely, especially against that very fed bot lane. The tanks and Camille.
Hobo looking for the stun up, and there's the ultimatum set down, challenged and secured there for Dirty Hobo.
And with that, Finny's dead. I don't think they can contest this at all. They'll be lucky to not lose mid-turret while they're at it.
Yeah, there we go. We see that little bit of poke down coming out for the Chubby Bunny. He is behind, but he still does chunk a little bit. Just needs a few more levels to be able to set that into the queue. One more will get that level 5 for that big power spike coming in there for the Hope Barris style gameplay.
Yeah, and I think at this point, Rawr Rampage just needs to stem the bleeding.
He's going aggressive. The solar flare is there. He's got the slow. The lantern to safety, though, gets him out of the bullet time.
Ooh, and the whiffed ultimate from Varus. His ultimate will be down as well as Misfortunes. Yeah, and they just need to stem the bleeding for now. Rawr Rampage can come back into this. Fire of the Fox and Super Carry Nats have been doing a great job so far of holding their lanes down. So they just need to let their bot lane farm up, get those couple of items, and then they can start poking and sieging up.
With that Rift Herald now down in the top side, all the vision is getting attributed towards this bottom. Drake coming up in 20 seconds. That'll be the Cloud Drake. And really nice to be able to get that little bit of extra mobility as well. Looking for those pick potential. Really going to help Nats out in the fights as well, as he is a low mobility champion. Looking for that. He's already got the Rylai's Crystal Scepter for the slow as well. So just looking to trade 5 kills though. Going over to Dirty Hobo. Looking for that Trinity Force power spike.
Yeah, Dirty Hobo's been doing a good job picking up kills, but you look at his CS and he's down almost 20-something CS considering he's up in pressure. It's kind of a weird situation.
And he starts up the Drake. I don't think he quite wanted to do that. He has to instantly retreat, but there comes his end of the play down. Warbox is on the case.
My
going forward.
Goodness, Finny went down faster than a melee minion right now.
Now they're actually looking for a really nice double stun. They're caught into the pit, but who's catching who? Nats is in the front line. CPEC has to flash away, but he's going to go down. He's in the death realm. Now Nats is on the front line. He's pretty much 3v1ing right now as MeLive tries to get involved. Now he's on the front line. Zenith Blade forward onto Chubby Bunny. Going forward. That'll be Unleashed Power onto Zyra. Going down. Bullet time onto 2. Forces the Foxfire away. And now MeLive trying to secure it for the team, but can't quite get it done. Dirty Hobo into the back line. The box is delayed. Coming down. Forces the flash out of MeLive. But the re-engage is there for Dirty Hobo. The flare away won't matter. Finny comes up, but it's a whitewash there for MG Blade as they clear the map of Rawr Rampage.
And that was so rough on Nats. He got such a good engage to finish off CPEC, and the team just left him for dead. They did not engage. Waited till he came back out into the middle of the entire MG Blaze team before trying to back him up. But on the bright side, Fire of the Fox did manage to pick up 2 kills despite all the chaos there and the fact that they were already down before that fight even started. And that Cloud Drake is going to be absolutely huge for MG Blaze as well. All of them are going to love that ultimate cooldown reduction, as they are very heavily based around all their ultimates for their team fights there. A 10% cooldown reduction is huge for them.
Yeah, exactly. And wonderful for this Misfortune Billie Eilish to have that gold lead means that you can get that early QSS, not lack damage in the process. It just means that whenever the Realm of Dead comes out, but in the top lane, CPEC looking for Super Carry Nats, flashed away from the shockwave, doesn't even get landed though, saves that. So good use of just getting out those CDs, using that flash, had to probably defensively. Billie Eilish has the red buff here, you can potentially look to close down onto Be Life, get some auto attack, start proccing that. Here's the tree, but he's just going to go down. Absolutely aggressive. Dirty Hobo into the bottom lane. Chubby Bunny has no friends down here. He is behind 0, 4, and 3, just kiting back into the tower. Not really where you want to go. The ultimatum comes down. Dirty Hobo will secure that.
What on earth is going on with Rawr Rampage's bot lane? Both of them were separated and on their own. Chubby Bunny should not be that far up with so little vision.
Fire of the Fox getting collapsed as well. That'll be the shockwave into the bullet time. That'll be a mid laner going down into the deep.
And Rawr Rampage looks like they're just giving up hope at this point. Caught one by one. Their support Thresh alone mid lane trying to take a turret by himself with no damage. Bot lane, Varus just isolated, and now Fire of the Fox getting caught rotating in the jungle alone. They are just spoon feeding MG Blaze right now.
Yeah, no wave clear with one in the mid lane means that they can easily secure this middle inhibitor. Just pushing forward. They have to be a little bit careful. They probably don't want to overstay. Nats here in the front line as well. He's been doing a good job. Death Realm going over onto Dirty Hobo. Can he secure the kill? He's going very forward into 5. Massive damage coming out of Nats. Now they're re-engaging though. Zyra looking for the back. Billie Eilish securing it onto Nats as he went a little bit too deep.
And that's the problem right now. There's nobody on Rawr Rampage can properly engage MG Blaze. They have to play safely. They have to poke them out. Right now, we can see what happens. Nats can no longer focus anybody down from full health. And by the time he's done, he's going to be alone sitting in 5 people. And his team's not going to be there to back him up either.
Yeah, I agree with you, Random. With the Chubby Bunny so far behind on this lethality, you really need to delay fights, sort of slow it down, allow him to poke, maybe get a little bit of extra damage there from the Fire of the Fox's limited sort of range abilities, but there's so much lockdown coming forward. Hobo can clear so much distance. Warbox as well with that solar flare can really look for these long range engages. You have to be so careful with your positioning, and they're taking advantage of this for MG Blaze as they set up for vision around the Baron.
Yeah, and vision is going to be so important for Rawr Rampage right now because they need to get picks. Their composition is not a teamfight composition to start off with. They will not win straight up teamfights against MG Blaze. And now that MG Blaze is starting to get stronger in the 1v1s, the only way I see them
potentially walking into a 2v1 here as Zyra Ascend comes into the fray as well. Gonna be able to secure that new life as well. Don't quite have the numbers. This can get wave cleared, but again, just causing pressure, allowing those minions to build in the mid.
Yeah, and as I was saying, they need to get picks. They need to make sure they don't get picked, and Nat's almost getting picked himself there. The Rawr Rampage needs to sort of start grouping up and trying to get those picks. They have lots of tools to do it with. There's the Varus ultimate, there's Thresh Hook.
Oh, Dirty Hobo going into Nat as well. The shockwave is good. They're right with numbers this time together, but the death round, Dirty Hobo, can he survive in the 1v1? No, he can't. Shut down. Going over to Super Carry Nats. Finny securing the red, maybe looking for Warbox as well. Gets chipped into the pit though, and he doesn't want that. Into the waiting arms of Billie Eilish. This will be Dragon going over here. Third Drake, Cloud Drake going over to MG Blaze.
And I was just going to praise Nats for turning the 1v2, getting the shutdown on Camille when Finny just, as you said, getting chipped into the Dragon Pit. That is absolutely horrible for him. He didn't even have Flash available, so there was no way he was going to get out. And with that, I think they're going to lose Baron. There's no threat coming out for Rawr Rampage, and there's certainly more than enough damage from MG Blaze to quickly burn this Baron down.
Also no mana on the Chubby Bunny, so can't even look for a little bit of a poke in the process. Definitely going to be giving this up over to MG Blaze. Rawr Rampage, a little bit behind now. What do you think they can do to get back into this game?
I mean, 5 minutes ago I was saying they need to get picks, but at this point in the game, unless somehow Billie Eilish or Zyra Ascend is wandering around their own, I don't think they even are going to be able to get much picks. It's going to take a huge throw on the part of MG Blaze. But then again, let's see how this plays out, because they do have Baron buff on MG Blaze, so they will be pushing in. If Rawr Rampage can just hold out long enough, maybe, just maybe they can farm up enough to be able to get some damage down and get some kills back in the game.
Yeah, I think you're right, Random. Particularly picking with this sort of single target mid laner, the Fire of the Fox on that Syndra as well, with that sort of poke style of the Varus. You're really looking for delayed fights, and when you've got this lead that MG Blaze does, you can like snowball and you can just group up, push with force as well. Do have that Trinity Force finish there for Dirty Hobo as he is going into the bottom side of the map. So you just have so much pressure right now. This 4-man unit can definitely take a fight here in the top as long as Nats doesn't get too creative with the plays. Going forward as well.
And the Leona ult looks like it barely catches Nats, but they aren't going to go for it under that turret. It is a 4v5 right now. Dirty Hobo doesn't teleport available.
Yeah, probably need to force. They get pulled into the fray. Warbox has been taken to the death realm, but he's got so many stats. He's got that aftershock. Bullet time over the top as well. Trying to secure a little bit wide onto there. The Fire of the Fox goes down as well. That's a double kill going over to Billie Eilish. That's the triple going over. So much damage coming out. Finny wandering back to the base, and that was the 4v5. Camille stayed bot. He took that bottom tower. Now he's onto the inhibitor as well. They'll just go forward. This will be the game going over to MG Blaze against Rawr Rampage.
Yep, that will be the game. And that's the problem. Like, Billie Eilish just drops her ultimate and bullet time, and there's nothing Rawr Rampage can do. They can't properly engage. Nats is stuck in the nether realm. When he pops out again, he's sitting in the middle of 4 players, and they just run and burst him down.
Exactly. A very swift climax after the Baron got taken, grouping up, taking the fight. Had the lead to be able to do that. 18 kills on Billie Eilish on this Misfortune. They definitely abused this bot lane, and they did it with style and flair and won themselves the victory in this game.
Yeah, and with that, that will be the end of game 1 here for these teams. They will have 2 more best of 1s to play this evening, so we'll look and see how it goes. Hopefully, Rawr Rampage can pull themselves back up. And I mean, from what I understand, their support Mew Life is a substitute, and their main starter Bunny Rope should be back for the next 2 games. So hopefully they can turn that around. And with that, we'll take a short intermission break, and we will be back shortly with the next game of the evening.